Good evening. You know, reality TV is just, it ain't reality. I mean, you got the Real Housewives or the Real Homewreckers or whatever you call them, you know. They ain't nothing real about them. Them women got more Bondo than an old Mercury. You've got 90 Day Fiancé. I mean, I guess that's better than 90 Day Marriage. That's, kind of like the Kardashians. Speaking of them, they got a show called Keeping Up with the Kinfolks. Well, this crowd went all the way back to O.J. Simpson. I mean, that ought to tell you something there. Now, those girls are pretty, man, I'm telling you. But, I mean, it's just a bunch of shallow nonsense. And you got the Jersey Jezebels. I mean, they got the big hair and the self-tanner and the raccoon eye makeup. Every show starts off with the F word. They sleep with each other's boyfriends. They get drunk, get in a fight, and, kiss and make up before the show's over. It's just the same old bunch of foolishness. Well, listen, let me tell you something. It's all wrestling. It's not real. It's not reality. But when I was growing up, there was reality television. They didn't call it that. It was just television. And, I mean, we had shows that were real, like Get Smart. Had the telephone shoe, that was high tech. We saw that first. You had the Green Hornet, the Man from U.N.C.L.E., all this stuff, Pink Panther and Kato, they got into those fights, jumping each other and testing each other's ability. That stuff was real, man. There was some show enough fighting going on in those scenes. And then you had your Kung Fu. I mean, they'd insult him, he'd go into a grasshopper flashback and them feet would go to flying and knocking hitching posts, kicking over horses. I mean, just all hell broke loose. I'll tell you somebody else that was tough. Hoss Cartwright. Now, I saw him take on 5 armed men and he didn't even have a gun. And when that thing was over, man, there were guys in the rafters and under the tables and spinning on the ceiling fans. I mean, it was just a total tear ass up set up, buddy, I'm telling you. Then you got Paladin. He said he never pulled his gun unless he intended to use it. And when he pulled it, he used it. You better watch out. I'll tell you another tough guy. This guy might have been the ultimate tough guy, was the Rifleman. Now, he'd head down that street with that Winchester just a-going and wearing it out. And he'd cock that thing and look up at you like, "You want some more of this shit, boy?" Look, this was real. I mean, these guys were tough, but this stuff today's just a bunch of nonsense and wrestling. I mean, the McMahons, they ought to have a patent on wrestling where they could make money off of this stuff and the news and Congress and all this stuff. It's just nonsense. Thank you for watching. Like us, don't like us. Subscribe, don't subscribe, leave your comments, or don't leave your comments. Or don't even say anything or say something. We want to hear from you. Thank you.